Welcome back to Wizard Supercoach. What a difference a week can make. What's the saying? A week is a long time in footy. So I've seen a lot of other YouTubers kind of having down weeks this week, and I had the opposite. So I think it even might be my biggest score for the year. Thanks to all you people in the comments that were saying just got to hang in there, the tide will turn. It did, but I need it to happen for more than 1 week. I've gone up 8,677 ranks, so that's a pretty big jump there. Still got a long way to go though, given that 3 weeks ago I was actually had a pretty decent rank. So anyway, it's a step in the right direction, so that's good. Kind of shocked me with the round rank, like inside the top 2,000. Yeah, pretty crazy, because I didn't think the team was really capable of that. But I guess, you know, sometimes the pods, they're the ones that really, they can cost you, but they can also give you a good week when most other people don't get them. So yeah, as I said, I need more than 1 week though. This needs to keep rolling on. So I should say as well, there's obviously been a bit of a drop in content from me lately. I've taken on a heavier workload and stuff outside of this, and I don't have the time, and that sucks, but I'm trying my best. And at the moment I'm kind of having to cram everything into these review videos, and yeah, I'd like to get those trade videos out, but it just hasn't been happening. It's also, you know, the fact that I've got to be away on a Thursday night, like away from home. It's getting really hard now for the, you know, with the rolling lockouts and the trades and stuff, Sunday teams coming out. I'm having to take some risks. I've got no choice. So yeah, it's annoying, but it is what it is. Obviously, life comes before Supercoach sometimes. So this is the team, how it's looking. I'll quickly run through my trades that I did. So TDK went out for Cherry. I couldn't handle it any longer. Cherry and Gorm were killing me. Had to do it. I'm still happy to keep Cameron for a while. No way I'm paying what's Gorm now, like 750k or something. So that can't happen for a bit. But yeah, TDK going out is perfect time, I think, to make that jump. I was going to do it anyway at some point. Now, again, just with the rucks, like TDK and Cameron, if you look at their averages, they've been pretty good picks based on what they cost to begin with. But it's just a case of having, in this line, there's only really two to, I guess, 3 spots with flex now. But yeah, it's only like a 2-position line, and you got 2 guys that are absolutely dominating, so it kind of makes everything else irrelevant, I guess. Yeah, that one hurts. But yeah, Cherry in now. So it was Cherry for TDK. Sam Pepper, I'd take a risk and get Day Wicks in just to get cash. Pepper actually scored alright, but I think he's probably about done in terms of making serious money. And then I got all the way to Sunday, and I decided to... I thought, what the hell, let's just use the flex. So, my boost. So it was my last boost, but I got Sinclair in for Max Hall. I just had this weird feeling that Max Hall, like, you would think he'd do well against West Coast and that, but I thought, nah. I had him sitting in flex, and I had Gross on the field. I think it was kind of caused a combination of Gross being named as the sub, and then yeah, I just had this bad feeling about Hall. So in the end, he didn't score that well, and Sinclair obviously did pretty well, but you know, it was kind of a no-brainer looking back at it, because Sinclair, he's obviously going to outscore Hall massively for the rest of the year. So anyway, now I have a bit of a problem with cash gen, as everyone does, but at least the team is okay. Like, I feel like I could kind of leave it in this position for a week if I had to without upgrading, and I don't think it's going to fall behind too much. So anyway, I'll get to the players now. So yeah, Whitfield 109, it's fine. Sheasel 77. I don't know what happened here. I didn't watch much footy at all this week. Again, time got the better of me, but I think, yeah, Sheasel had that midfield half forward role, which kind of sucks for Supercoach, I think. I don't know what to do with him. Like, he got a hold at the moment. He could just as easily be half back next week, but it's definitely a worry. And considering we paid up for him so much at the start of the year. But yeah, just I think hold for now. Yeah, he's got a pretty high ceiling and stuff. So, you know, if he gets a 140 next week, we're kind of back on track. But we'll wait and see. There's bigger problems. Zorko 99 is a bit disappointing considering he was absolutely flying in the first half. I was expecting like a 120 at least, but after he went berserk last week, the 99, it's not too bad. 112 average, so yeah, it's all right. And Clark 109, he's back to his consistent best. Roberts, I don't think we can hold him much longer. I think till the bye, and that's about it. Same, like Bice has to go. But yeah, Roberts is a worry because I feel like as soon as I get rid of him, he's going to do what he did last year. He's probably just going to go like that big average again, but who knows? Wait and see. We got, I think, a few weeks before I have to make a choice about Roberts, but ideally, if I've got enough trades left, he will go. I only got 17 left now, but there's not that many spots to fill, I think. So yeah, Bice has to go. Pryor 69, that's okay. He's still going to make money next week. Break even at 29. It's slow, but that's fine. It's not like there's many alternatives at the moment. The same as Carroll. So I just need him to make 100k, and I'll consider that job done. Break even at 43, so he's probably going to absolutely limp there now. But yeah, close enough, I guess. So to the midfield, Brayshaw 99, kind of low for him, but it's not too bad. Like, I'll consider that a ton, basically. Neil 116 again, a bit of a slow start, but yeah, he got going at the end there. Same with Dunkley, so that was good. Nice consistent scores. The Dawson roller coaster continues. So 150 followed by 70, then 132. So you get what you get. They'll just stick fat with him, I think. Yeah, I think he'll be fine actually. Like, even if he turns out to be my M8 or something, that's fine. And then yeah, obviously bought Sinclair in at the right time. I just couldn't pass up going against West Coast, even though West Coast really turned it on. But yeah, Sinclair still did his thing, so that's good. I think he'll be top 6 defender from here. That's where he's going to go. So the plan is Bice will get traded out, Sinclair swings back, and then yeah, I'll hopefully upgrade this midfield spot here. And Chera, geez, he pulled one out of the hat, so 142. I think quite a few people traded him out too. So this is kind of a lesson on why you shouldn't go too early on these guys. People probably say it could go the other way as well, but they're kind of there for a reason. Like, they're that price. We know what kind of players they are. So yeah, these averages, they average out. So I mean, I know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, I wasn't expecting a 142 though. That's a big one. Long with the 94. That's good. That's what he's there for. So he's reached the 400k. How much has he made? So I wouldn't be getting rid of him yet. Break even at 81. So he should reach that, especially against North. He's made 200k, so you've got to be stoked with that if you own him. And then Lindsay 67. Now this was a worry. So he was really quiet. I think he was on like 20 or something at half time. And then he had a big second half, so that was really nice to watch. I did actually watch that game, one of the few I got to see. Was he still making money, or break even to 34? So he should be fine for another week, I reckon. And then yeah, he'll go hopefully in 2 weeks, or wait, when's his bye? Not that one. So round 30. Oh no, he's playing then too. So he got the late bye. Round 15. Alright, so he'll go before his bye then, I think. It depends on the rookie options that pop up. It's pretty bare at the moment. Luckily, it seems everyone's having the same problem, but in previous years, it seems around this time of the season, everyone's upgrading like one up, one down every single week, but I just can't see it happening this year. Like, unless you're going to go in for dead rookies kind of thing and just play loopholes. I feel like it's a bit early for that though. Who knows? Might have no choice. And then the whole bench here, they didn't play, so it's kind of shit because, again, Cash Gen's kind of dead. Hustwaite was a bust. He didn't even make 100k. 48, far out. Boxall should come back into the team, I reckon. Ross will probably swing the axe after losing the West Coast, but the week before when he did play, he didn't exactly give him a glowing review, so we'll probably see some shit game time again. I think Campriali, he was the emergency, so maybe he'll get a game sometime soon. I don't know, but yeah, probably Hustwaite I think is going to have to go in the next few weeks. Like, it's just going to be no choice. I think if this week, like say if it's Bice and Cleary that go, and then it's like Pryor and Lindsay after that, there's pretty much nothing. There's literally no cash gen from there unless Gross can start making some money, and well, he's got a break even of 13, so it's not going to be huge money, but we're going to have to get creative, I think. And then in the ruck, obviously, Sherry I bought in, VC'd him immediately. Good move, 150. It was really good just watching him play and not cringing every time his score jumped, because, you know, that's what I've been doing all year. The dude's just a cheat code, honestly. Same as Gawn, although Gawn was pretty well held for 3 quarters this week. And then, yeah, Cameron, 107. So, again, he's doing well. He's got a good run of form lately, like scoring-wise. It's just that he's completely overshadowed by the other two. So I don't feel like I made a huge mistake here. It's just I didn't expect the other two to go absolutely nuts like they have. But like, look at these scores. There's only one terrible, well, not even terrible, but we'll call it shitty. And then, yeah, everything else has been, you know, pretty good. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a lesson for next time. But, yeah, I really thought Gawn would have dropped off a bit this year, especially with Melbourne sliding. But, I don't know. The dude's just made of something else. Baz 156. Geez. I can't believe I didn't start him. And I thought that he would be the one out of Daniel and McRae. Baz would be the one that would probably not be worth the money. Geez, how wrong I was. Like, this is where the numbers can get misleading and stuff. And yeah, it's probably a case of overthinking it, I guess. Trying to separate from the pack, but maybe you don't have to do it early. Break even of 39. Bloody hell, he's going to be 600k. Does he... He's M8. But by average, he'd have to be like... Surely he's like right up there on average. Let's have a look. So he's 4th on average. Yeah, wow. I got that one really wrong. But anyway, lucky I corrected and got him in the team really early. So sometimes you just got to swallow your pride. I can't believe sometimes you see people and they're like, oh, well, I had that player. Or I didn't start him, so I'm just going to have to ride it out. It's like, nah, just get the best players, honestly. I don't know why people get attached. Like, at the end of the day, it's a numbers game. Who gives a shit who the player is? If they're in the best of their line, then you've got to have them. Yeah, Petrarca 94, that's all right. I thought he was a bit underscored or whatever, but then when I looked, yeah, it probably works out. He gave away a few frees, I think, and... yeah, a few clangers and disposals that didn't really hit their mark. Same as Rankin. That's all right. Like, 90s are fine, I think, in the forward line. McRae's so up and down. Feels like he's either going 70 or 150. There's no real in between. And I saw something today, because I had to rush this video out. I don't have much time, but I haven't even been able to look at the headlines and shit or read properly, but all I saw was that McRae's got a punctured lung or something. So I don't know how long he's going to be out for. They probably don't even know yet, but I'm guessing it's not like the Petrarca level one from last year. But yeah, I don't know. If he got the luxury, he might be a trade out. Yeah, you don't know how he's going to come back either. Then again, it might do him some good, because he honestly looked like he's struggling to get up in some of the games. So maybe age is catching up with him. So yeah, the rest might do him good. I don't know. I'll have to read about that one properly, but hell, everyone has him, so who cares? Like, it's not really going to hurt us, I think. And then yeah, Thilthorpe. This was amazing. He turned up and he didn't even kick a goal, so I expected a bag out of him because Moore didn't play. He was up against like Frampton and who's the other one? Like Howe is half his size and stuff. But I actually didn't see the game, unfortunately. But yeah, he's done well. You take out those shitty games with his hand there, or the finger thing, and obviously there was a couple of quiet ones, I'll admit, but he's scoring really well. Got to keep in mind, I only paid like 300 and something K for him. So yeah, happy with that one. Especially because I don't have Horn Francis. I started him, but I traded him out when he was on that shitty run to begin with, and Thilthorpe's been a pod all along. So basically, looking at that forward line, it was Thilthorpe versus Horn Francis, which is kind of why I got the jump on quite a few teams this week. So he's come in handy there, but he's just got to keep it up. And Daniel 97, so a lot of people traded him out. It was only Richmond though, so I don't know if he's going to keep that up. Probably not. But yeah, there's definitely bigger problems going around at the moment, and I fully understand that you can kind of get rid of him and try and get a leg up because he's a bit inconsistent now. So yeah, if you've done that, hats off to you. But I don't think there was any problem holding on to him either. Yeah, Cleary 58, so he's at the point where he's got to go now. What's his break even? 62. So I know he can pretty easily trot out an 80 or whatever, but it's going to be pretty slow going from here. I think he's just got to go. As I said, Cleary and Bice, I think, this week. So Cleary out for, is it Simpson, the Freo forward? Assuming he keeps his spot. And then, yeah, Sinclair swing back, and then Bice upgraded in here. Gonna have to get a budget player, though, because that still doesn't give me a ton of money. Like, I've only got 16k in the bank. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But we'll see. And day weeks, so whatever these scores are, they're not real good. Hopefully he just keeps his spot on the team, gets like one spike score or something. Just make 100k, that's all I want. He should do it, I think. And then Gross was the sub. So I just put him in the flex because I thought, we played all these years without a flex. I'm just gonna have to do it and worry about the long term. And yeah, it worked out all right because, well, he didn't have to replace anyone on the field, I guess. Could have been a better score if I had a proper flex, but yeah, I think there's no danger. Like, people forget that, the flex is like a luxury more than anything. You can get away without it, so I just use it as like a rookie overflow. Well, that's how I have been using it. Maybe that's why my rank's not as good. I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty handy that way. So once he makes some money, he'll be out of there. I will get a proper flex eventually. I'm hoping. I think I said this last week, but if Cash Gen does somehow open up, I'm hoping to swing Cameron into the flex and then get Gawn as the actual ruckman or whatever. So have the 3 ruckman. Clearly, it's the best position for scoring, I think. So yeah, that's basically it for the team this week. So pretty happy with it, but yeah, I do understand it's got to keep happening. I'm not going to get too excited over one good week, but definitely was nice to see the tide turn for once. And yeah, I hope you guys didn't get wrecked too much by the carnage. But yeah, thanks for the comments and stuff the last couple of weeks, trying to keep me focused and enthused in Supercoach. It's been hard, especially like with everything that's been going on outside, like my personal life and that, just the time it's been taking. So yeah, it was a bit of a bad combination, like a couple or 3 low weeks and then having no time to feel like you can even look at fixing it. I haven't had time to do any research and stuff, so, and certainly haven't been able to watch as many games as I normally would. But anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments how you went this week. Or if you got any suggestions about what you would do with this team. Like, I'm pretty set. I think it'll be Cleary and Bice out, but I don't know. I'm definitely open to suggestion and stuff. As I've always said, it's not really a channel where I tell you what to do. It's just more, here's what I'm doing with my team, follow along kind of thing. Or, yeah, let's talk about it. So, yeah, that's about it. That's all I've got. So, oh, hang on. Should I run through vice captains and captains? I think, like, Baz, just quickly, I think Baz is an obvious one for a VC. He's got the Thursday night game, but I can't see Bevo or the Bulldogs. Like, I know they don't tag, but I can't see them letting him just run amok, honestly. Not going to happen. So, Cherry's probably a pretty good VC, I think, up against Cameron. I always hate it when my two rucks go against each other, but I think it'll be alright. Cherry's not too hard to score on. Like, he's always going to outscore the other ruckman, but, you know, that's alright. If he gets like a 150 and Camera gets a 120, happy days. But I don't see any other really obvious VC options. I don't really trust the Brisbane boys against Hawthorn. It seems to be their bogey team. Probably captain Dawson if the VC doesn't work. I think he should go big on West Coast. There's a chance Jack Graham tags him, but like I can't see Graham really being able to stop Dawson. They're just way two different kind of players. So that's about it. Finally, I've said that 3 times, but I'm actually done now, I promise. So yeah, cheers for watching and the support and stuff. And hopefully I'll make a video. I'll get time this week to make a trade video on that later in the week. But if not, I'll just see you in the next review.